Hello everybody and welcome back to our quick start guide to Prison Architect. Now, I've just reloaded the game and I've been presented with an empty map. So I go up here to the main menu, which looks a bit like a Roman villa, and I choose load prison and we do our quick start prison. And that's what you want to do as soon as you open the game. If you're not starting a new prison, or even if you want to do a new prison, you want to do it a different size, you go there and you choose new prison. So yeah, very important step, that otherwise it will start to overwrite what you had previously saved in your autosave file, and you do not want that, and you do not want to rely on that either. After I stopped recording, I pressed save, and I think I probably should have kept that in my video, but it's okay. Anyway, so we'll continue as we left off. We have completed one of the thingies, which was this one, and we have another thingy over here for basic detention center. Now what we can do, if we click over on the reports, there we go, 3 clicks, get it right because I have something in the corner that I don't want to click that's underneath it. We want to choose another grant so that we get some more money in, and we need to choose from these. Now probably the best thing to do is the staff well-being. It's not such a big one, but you get 10,000 when you complete it, and it's quite easy to do because the inmate one is a bit more work, so choose that. We're going to set up a staff room anyway, so we already have no one exhausted, which is good. So we want to do objects, we want to grab staff door, we'll rotate that, and then we want to do rooms. We want to put down a staff room, which looks like a coffee cup. Not very good at seeing the rooms, but there we go, we get it like that. It's a bit puzzled, but we'll do. Now we get the little red triangle telling us that we don't have things that we need in this room. We need a wide sofa and a drinks machine. So we'll go over to the objects, and it should have highlighted things that can be used. So we have a wide sofa, and we can rotate said wide sofa. We can put a few more down. There we go. We need a drinks machine, so we can put a few over there, look a bit like 7-Up. Now it's also telling us of other things we can put in this room, so we can put a filing cabinet, just in case anyone wants to do some work. So we'll put one over here, it's okay. And we can put a radio. They like the radio. I mean, you can put anything, but these are what the devs saw fitting. We could put some normal chairs. I like to add a pool table. We'll put it something like that. Then you can always like fill it out with other things and whatnot, however you like. I mean, you only need one of them and one of them to make it active. So there you go. But we've sort of given it a few extra things, so they can do what they want. Being staff, filing cabinet might help them out, I don't know. Then we need to have 5 guards without assigned duties. So assigning a duty to a guard is like adding a patrol or something like that. So we hire 5 guards. So we've got 5 guards and we've completed that, and we've also ticked off have at least 2 guards from this one, which is quite good. So now we can go back here again and grab another one. So the reform is a bit more advanced. I wouldn't do it as part of this, and the investments, they just sort of tick over over time. So we'll do the inmate and health initiative thingy. So we'll do that one for now. So what we want to do at this point is pretty much improve the security of the prison as it is. So it's a little bit easy that once we get prisoners for them to actually get out from here. So I'm gonna just grab a few jail doors like so, and I'm gonna grab some fence which is over here like so, and I'm gonna grab some fence like that, and I'm gonna put another road gate here which will add so like another level of security to the prison. And then what I'm going to do as well is I'm going to do a fence that's more or less going to connect these two up with a little bit of a space in between. It's going to come down like this, and we're going to do the same on this side, and we're going to put more road gates. You can never have too many road gates. Now we can do paving stone outside because we're outside. You can do paving stone. That's I mean, it does help people move quicker on the floor, so it does play a part. It's not absolutely necessary to do. And I'm going to put a few large jail doors there and there, which will add another like level of security to get in and out of the prison. Now, right now, all the doors will be open because we don't have any prisoners. Once you get prisoners, doors get closed. So same thing down here. I'm just securing things up. Obviously we're blocking off a bit of our exports, so it's, I mean, that one there not completely necessary. I mean, one does its job, but you never know. So that's going to do that, and then we're going to put another couple of jail doors there and there to add another layer, because this will be the easy way out for any prisoners. We can always work on like making this stuff only and stuff later on. That comes with deployment. That's when you start researching other things. So now that we've talked about securing it up, we now have a pretty much secure portion area of the prison here. So our prisoners will only really go here for visitation and back out, hopefully. Now we've got two big areas here, so we can add our deliveries. Okay, we've had something deleted. We can add our deliveries here, and we can add our exports here. Garbage can stay as it is, and we'll actually remove this bit of exports. Deliveries you can have double, it's okay. But I'll remove that bit of it, and we'll increase the garbage so it just looks a bit neater. So garbage, deliveries, and exports. So there we go. So now what we can do, we can start thinking about our basic detention center. So we need certain things for a basic detention center. You might want to plan out a bit differently depending on what you actually want. But you're going to need a holding cell, a shower, a yard, a kitchen, a canteen, and 2 cooks. you don't actually, to fulfill this, need to have actual rooms for prisoners. That's all later. So, I mean, we said that we were going to do our canteeny area over here, so we can do all our basic detention center stuff sort of in this area. And then we can have a yard somewhere near visitation, so that it's kind of like visitors might look out the door and they'll see like a nice yard. Nothing too scary. So what we can do, and that's obviously there's a fight in the yard, but anyway, we can grab our planning and we'll plan out some walls on how we want it. So we can keep this as our pathway throughout the whole prison, so that can be our area. So we're going to need a holding cell and a shower and a kitchen and a canteen, all in this building. So kitchens and canteens, they do take up some space, so holding cell doesn't need to be too big, neither does shower. So what we can do is we can have that as our holding cell. So one thing I've always found important when you're doing holding cell is, apart from the things they need, is to put in a couple of beds, because it just keeps everyone a bit happier if you're only going to have a holding cell. So let's say this is going to be our holding cell. This is going to be our shower here, so they can go from the holding cell into the shower. Now for the shower you need to do something a bit like that. There you'll have this kind of wall, would be quite a common type of wall, an L-shaped wall. For the shower it's a bit important because you need to put drains, so that helps. So then we're going to have our kitchen and our canteen, and over here we're going to have our yard. So now what we'll do, we'll put down these foundations. So we'll do brick the same, you can do concrete if you like, get that built. And then what we can do, we can also do some materials. We'd get some fence. Now I'm gonna leave a little bit of a space here, and there's a reason for that. So then we're gonna get that there, and we'll build it down something like that. That will be our yard. We'll put a jail door. You can put jail doors indoors and outdoors. Now the reason I haven't built that right up to there is because people throw contraband in. Now obviously right now prisoners could get around it by going that way. They could go here. People can't really come into here, I don't think, to throw stuff. We'd have to see. That all comes later on though, but this is just a quick start guide. But it's important just to keep a little bit of distance between the outer perimeter and the inner perimeter of the prison when you're dealing with things like yards, because they'll get drugs and they'll cause a lot of problems if they get drugs. So yeah, now what we want to do, we want to put a couple of entrances. So we're going to have a jail door for this one, and we're going to have a staff door. We can have it something like that, and then we'll do a couple of large jail doors there and there for them to actually come in and do what they have to do. So now what we want is to pass some electric over here. So we'll go into our utilities and we'll pass some electric into the kitchen first of all. She will pass a wire all the way to about there, so that the mini wires can connect up there, and we'll also pass a wire into our holding cell. Now what we haven't done yet, part of the utilities, is any form of plumbing. So what we want is a water pump. We can put that here. You can't touch it, don't touch it to the power station, so we can just put it, this can go up against the wall, it doesn't matter if you have space around it, because you don't have to add anything to it. Now the thing is, if this leaks, it may flood and cause a fire in the power station, so that's something to be wary of. You might want to keep them separated. I can turn off the Viz word now. So if you see it's flashing, it needs electricity. These wires all go underground though. If you can see, there's a bit of a wire. Now certain things you'll see this wire sticking out from. These need direct cable connections. You can kind of think of it as something that might need a fixed spur rather than just being plugged into the wall. Like say your water heater or your oven. Things that use more power on a regular basis. So that's what that really means. So you need to run a cable directly to them to make them work. Anyway, so now we want to think about pipes. So obviously once all this comes in, this is going to be a bit more loaded, so we'll give it another capacitor. If you have a lot of money, you can just chuck them all in, but if you're starting off, you want to keep an eye on it and then add them as you need them. So now that's been switched on, and look, even with the capacitor we're near the top, so we're going to need to add another capacitor, because if we start adding ovens, we're going to blow the power, and if you blow the power, things are not good. So we want to keep that under control. So we've got a few lights still need wiring in, because the mini wires don't stretch too far, so we can add a little bit of electrical cable about as far as we think it would reach. We'll have to add it bit by bit. You don't want to add too much for nothing, because it does cost money. So now what we have to do, we have to start plumbing. So we'll get some pipes, and we'll bring the pipes here to the kitchen. Now you have two types of pipes. You have the large pipes and you have the small pipes. There's also the hot water pipes, but they're not showing up yet, so probably we'd have to research it or something. Or I might not have the weather turned on, could also be. But yes, so we have the hot water pipes, and the thick pipes cost more money, the thin pipes cost less money, much less money. Look, they're almost 1/10 of the price, but they can only go so many tiles, whereas the thick pipes can cross, zigzag, whatever, the whole map or building or whatever you want to say. You can go from here to there, you can have one pipe going all around, one big pipe. Now the problem is that prisoners can climb through them as well, so apart from just costing more money, the small pipes do have their uses to stop prisoners from climbing. So what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to split off this a bit and do something like that. So we've got the big pipe coming here and the small pipe coming here, and also I'm going to bring it up like that, and you'll see why in a minute I did that. Now I want to check how many tiles. I think it's around 20, so water is flowing to there fine. so we can flow a bit more. And then what we can do is we can start planning out our internal walls for our kitchen and for our shower. It did click. There we go. And for our holding cell. So we will let them do that. So now at this point, I'm going to go back over here. You see a lot more things are now available. We've got staff. See what staff we have. We have the workers, we have the guards, and we have administrators. You can fire someone from here if you're running into money trouble. Right now our daily cash flow is positive, so we're okay. That's mainly because we've been cutting down trees and selling them, but it's okay. The intake we've been through. Prisoners, we don't have any right now. The jobs, these are what jobs are in queue to be done. Needs, we need a psychologist to get that. The regime is the daily regime that the prisoners will follow once you have some. We'll be tweaking that in another video, obviously, once we get some prisoners in. Policy, that's also something we need to unlock. It's another handy tool to work with prisoners to improve the way they behave in your prison. These are the grants which we've been through. Programs, these are different programs you can set up for your prisoners, education wise or parole, or even to get them working in the prison. So you need to train them first before they can work. We'll go through that in another video. And finance, this is where you tell how much profit you've made. So we've made profit, but because we've made a lot of exports. So we're paying a lot of wages, we're paying a lot of taxes. So obviously if we didn't sell all those exports, we would be losing money. So obviously we need to think about getting our prisoners in as soon as we can, start making money off the government. And there's the valuation of the prison. It's worth 30,000. Obviously they take off the starting grant and they add up all the things that you've had. So if you need money, you can buy and sell shares. But we're okay for now. So anyway, yes, we will start working on our rooms. So work on our kitchen first. So we can put down a kitchen, it's going to tell us what it needs. So we need a cooker, a fridge, and a sink. So, I don't know why. Ah, okay. The door was left open. I'll just put that all down. So, we need a cooker. I would recommend getting a few cookers. Could start off with 2. A fridge. We can also get 2 fridges and a sink. Now I'm going to put the sink over here because we need water for the sink, and as we know we have water coming in from there, so it'll automatically be plumbed in and work. Now if you can see the cookers and the fridges, they have that direct cable connection thingy, so we'll just tie them directly up to here. Now we'll go over here and we'll watch when they deliver them how this is going to jump up. So once this gets wired in and they get their power, this will spike up again, so we're going to need another couple of capacitors because we're at the gone from almost half to right near the top. Obviously each one you add, it adds the power of a power station, so it gets less effective to the whole thingy. First you're doubling it, then it's like a third, and if you can see, look, there's less spread of the wire. So let's bring, whoops, that's not what we wanted to do, we just spent all of our money. We'll bring that there and bring that there. It's okay. We'll use them later. So, see, that's what you don't want to do. You don't want to like drag out capacitors. You want to be on the electrical cable. Anyway, so we have our kitchen pretty much working, but it's still telling us I can't work because I need a canteen. That's okay, we have room for a canteen. So we'll get our rooms, we grab the canteen one, which looks like a dinner tray, and we drag it out. Now the kitchen is going to be happy. The kitchen is going to say, yes, I'm happy, but the canteen is like, I'm not happy. I need a serving table, I need a table, and I need a bench. So we'll put down a serving table. Now what I would do is, I would do a few. You need to leave room to add. And we need to put a bench. Now I like to put benches in a fashion of 1 space 1 space 1. And then space 1. So you have a space in between, so you can put a table. And like that you have bench, table, bench, space, bench, table, bench. Some people just plunk down the one table because the game works in a way that prisoners just need to sit down to eat, really. But I like to make it look a bit realistic. I've done it before now just to appease commenters. There we go, so we've got our kitchen, we've got our canteen, so now we need a yard, the holding cell and the shower, and 2 cooks. So yes, we'll go to the rooms, we'll grab yard, and we'll put down the yard, so that will automatically be fulfilled because it needs to be enclosed, it needs to be outdoors, and it's happy. You can add a few things to it to make it more efficient. What's this down here? Someone's left something there. It's like an introversion logo, look. There you go. That's nice. And now we need to work on our holding cell and our shower. So we'll grab the holding cell, drag it out there, and that's going to be like, I'm not happy, I'm not enclosed. Okay, why aren't you enclosed? Because we don't have a door to the shower, and that's why I have that, because now I can put a drain here for the shower. So now I'm not happy because I need a toilet and I need a bench. That's why we have the water over here, because we need to add toilets. So we'll put in a couple of toilets. If I go back to the utilities, I believe it was 1, 2, 3, so we can put 3 toilets. R is to rotate. Okay, so we have some toilets, and I like to give them some form of privacy while pooping. You don't want to close it off because then it won't be part of the room, so you need to leave that little bit of a thingy. So now what do you want? You want a bench. Okay, they need a bench to sit on, so we grab the same bench that we had before, and we can put a couple of them down like that. Now, it's, as I said before, it's handy to throw in a few beds. If you see, it will be highlighted. You can have the bunk bed or the regular bed. The regular bed is cheaper, so we can do a few beds like that. And they can have a sleep, should they feel the need to sleep. And we can give them a phone booth, but we don't have enough money for a phone booth, so we won't give them a phone booth. Now, we're going to go over here now to the shower. And we're going to throw down a few shower heads. And we've run out of money, so we can get our Rooms. Throw down the room that says shower. And we get that done. So now all we need to fulfill this is to have 2 cooks. So we'll get a cook. Now the cook is 500. So we can't exactly hire them right now. Obviously because we need the money. But we do have a positive cash flow, which is good. But now we can... I want to click off of this. We can go here. And we can turn on the intake for minimum security. We'll do 100. Now you can do it to fill capacity, total prisoners, number per day, all available. We'll do total prisoners. Now how much money do we want? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can take 7 prisoners in 20 hours and 15 minutes. So they can come, and when they come they're going to bring with them some money, and we can hire our cooks and we'll get our 10,000, and we have pretty much the means to temporarily support them because we have the kitchen, we have the canteen, we have their shower. It's not going to be the nicest place on earth, but obviously it will improve as time passes. So anyway, we'll leave that as our end of our quick start guide for today, and in the next episode we'll get our prisoners in, we'll hire our cooks, and we'll have a functioning prison. So don't forget, we've finished our thing. See, autosave has saved over whatever we had. So we do our quick start prison and we save. So thanks for watching. I've been Stranky. Don't forget to like and comment. I do have a giveaway this month. So this is July 2016 if you're wondering. And if you're subscribed and you comment, you get entered for the giveaway. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.